Hello friends, this is Caroline of Caroline's Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a new one. I post a variety of planner related content on this channel. Weekly plan with me's, organization videos, hauls, monthly vision board goal setting videos, the occasional favorites video, setups, a lot of different things. Today's video is an organization video of a lot of different recent purchases. You may have seen, well, there's my Letters to Apollo order. You will have seen a monthly order from Kimmy's Studio. These are some items from an Oops bag from Letters to Apollo, as well as a couple of kits. In this setup, you'll also see some Scribble Prints Co. stuff, or not setup, organization, excuse me. Fox and Pip anniversary sale goodies are right there. And lots of other things. So we're gonna get started. I do store my stickers to be organized in the zippable folio that you see underneath of the sticker sheets there. That is from Erin Condren. If you do have any questions about materials that I use to organize, stickers that you see, or anything else in general, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I would be happy to answer whatever questions you have, either in the comments or in a future video. And here we're just getting into the leftovers inside this folio. This is only some of them. And here is where I usually put kit leftovers that I want to save. A lot of my kit leftovers these days are going into a destash type basket that I'm going to do something with soon-ish. But you'll see that a lot of these sheets just needed to go back into my collection in the appropriate spot. So that is what I am doing today. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what I wanted to talk about today, so I did just go online and look up one of those random question generators that I thought would be fun to let us get to know each other a little bit better. If you want to answer any of these questions in the comments, feel free and we can chat. Again, these just came from a random generator. If you have any questions for me that are more specific, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Question 1. What school activities did you participate in? I participated in my school's chorus programs all through school from the time I was first able to join them in 4th grade, I think. I did chorus and singing things all through my school career and beyond. I haven't done as much of it in recent years, but it is something that I would very much like to get back to. Oh, just putting in a note here, I did also place my first order with Simply Gilded. I purchased from the Blush Babies collection the rose gold bows, and I'm just putting those into my washi storage here. I also purchased 2 reusable sticker albums from Simply Gilded that you may see in this video, you may not. I don't remember which organization video they will be featured in first. That reusable sticker album was a collaboration between Sadie Stickers and Miss and Meow, I believe, and I use it to store icons, characters, and scripts that are left over. For example, this black script freebie from Scribble Prints Co. The next question is the biggest personal change you've ever made. I think this will have to be when I decided to be a vegetarian at the age of 10. When I was 10, I made the decision completely on my own to be a vegetarian. I have stuck with that ever since. I do not eat meat or fish or seafood. There is a fun story to that, behind that. If you are curious and would like to know more details, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to tell that story in a future video. Question 3. Do your pets do any good tricks? My cat does not do any tricks, however, he is very smart. He is very particular about his routines. He knows that when I get up in the morning, he knows about the time when it's time for me to get up in the morning, and then after I feed him, I should be getting my coffee and coming back to bed to be with him, and he will cry until I do that. He's very smart. He's very aware of, people in the house, and very vocal about his needs and things he does not need. He's a very smart, very perceptive little guy. So he doesn't necessarily do any tricks, but he's very smart and very particular. Likes his routines. Next question. 2 languages you would like to be fluent in. One that I know for sure is Spanish. I used to be fluent in 1st and 2nd grade. I went to a school and participated in a program that did school bilingually. It was a Spanish immersion program where we were taught, the usual 1st and 2nd grade curriculum, with half the day being taught only in English and spoken in English, and half the day being taught and spoken only in Spanish. So we were expected for half the day to speak in Spanish and write in Spanish, and we were taught in Spanish. The half of the day that was in Spanish for me was science and math, I believe, and maybe something else. Since then, I did not stay in that program, but I very much wish that I was still fluent in Spanish. That would be very helpful to me in my work now. I work with a lot of Spanish-speaking families who are learning English or have very little English, who do speak Spanish as a first language, and consequently I work with my students who speak mostly Spanish. So having that language more easily available to me would be very helpful. I can understand most things in Spanish. I can produce some, but I'm much more hesitant to try and produce Spanish than I am, and I'm much more confident with my ability to understand it spoken to me, if that makes sense. The last thing you bought. Yesterday, well, to be completely honest, the last thing I bought was a pooper scooper. We needed a new one for my cat's litter box, so very unglamorous, but that is the last thing I bought. The last fun thing I bought was yesterday. I snagged myself an Aura style pocket cloud in the misty gray colorway with silver hardware. I tried to get one in the first release last week, but was not fast enough. I really wanted the French blue. That was my first choice. But then when I saw that the restock was happening yesterday, Tuesday, I jumped on it and was able to snag the misty gray. So not my first choice, but I'm sure it will be beautiful either way. It is still in silver hardware, which I much prefer to gold. It's just a personal preference. Do comment below if you have purchased a pocket cloud from Aurastel, if you were able to snag one from either the first release or the most recent restock, and which color and hardware combination you got. And if you haven't been able to snag one yet, which color combination you are dreaming of. The funniest movie you've ever seen? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. The movie that's popping into my head is, it's not so much the whole movie that's the funniest movie I've ever seen, but the funniest movie scene I've ever seen is one of the last scenes in the movie Little Miss Sunshine. Comment below if you've seen that movie and if it's one of your favorites too. I'll just say the pageant scene, I don't know how to say it without giving it away, but the pageant scene at the end is definitely the funniest scene in the movie. I still, to this day, I've seen it so many times, and I still to this day cannot watch it without absolutely losing it laughing. So comment below if that's one of your favorite movies, or if you've seen it, and if you know the scene that I'm talking about that is very, very funny. Fashion trend you wish would come back. This probably isn't going to be a popular opinion, but I really loved the peasant top trend from the early 2000s. I think they were called peasant blouses, peasant tops. The things with like the slightly flowy sleeves, empire waist, like flowy fabrics, maybe some florals. Do you know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I loved those. Those were totally up my alley. And I wish that they would make a serious comeback. Fashion trend you wish would go away. This may or may not be a unpopular opinion, so take with it what you will. I think it's going to depend a lot on who exactly is listening to this voiceover right now. I really don't like this trend of the super short shorts. This is probably just me being an old lady, but I feel like the short shorts are getting like way shorter, and now they're at the point where it's acceptable apparently to see like the very bottom part of your bum. And I'm like, when did that happen? And I don't know, it's a trend like that that makes me very afraid to have a girl child one day. I would love to have a girl child one day, just hopefully don't have to deal with that particular fashion trend being a topic of conversation. Let's see. One superpower you wish you could have and why? Absolutely 100%. I would love to be able to fly. That has always been my number one wish of a superpower. I just would love to be able to get anywhere quickly. And more than that, it's not even so much about getting somewhere quickly and efficiently, it's about the feeling of flying. I feel like I would really, really enjoy it, and it would be very freeing and fun. I'm someone who likes things like roller coasters and things like that, so I feel like I would enjoy something like flying. It just seems like it would be very peaceful and just a lot of fun. So I would like to fly. And the last question that I have on this list is your favorite sport in the Winter Olympics. My favorite sport in the Winter Olympics is figure skating. I just really enjoy watching figure skating. I just think it's really fun and beautiful to watch. Yeah, it's just something that I could never do myself, and I just find it interesting. And pretty to watch, although I'm usually worried that someone's going to get hurt when I watch it, that they're going to fall and get hurt. So, I very much like it as long as no one's falling and getting hurt. I'm a total mom right now, but it's true. And that is it. That is all that I have in these current questions here. Let me see. I had a list of things I could talk about that have been on my mind recently. Again, I'm going to be doing another one of these voiceovers at some point soon here, so if you do have any questions for me, planner related or otherwise, please feel free to leave them in a comment below. I would love to feature some of my audience's questions, things that you want to know about me, to get to know me a little bit better. I would love to share. Alright. Something that I've been struggling with for a little bit now is social media. I feel like we all have this idea that we have to be on social media to grow and be successful, quote unquote, at YouTube. But I've really felt like the social media aspect, not so much super recently, but maybe like a few weeks ago, this was really on my mind. I really felt like social media was a chore when associated with planning. I felt like I would plan, film it, edit, do all that stuff, and get the video up, and it would be a really great experience. I love the sort of formula of it and the process of it. But then, I would schedule the video, and I still do it this way. I schedule the video, and then right as it goes up, I try to, like, quote unquote, promote it on Facebook and Instagram. And I feel like promoting, I sort of hate it. Like, I sort of feel like, again, my attitude towards this has changed a little bit, but I know that it's what you need to do to grow your channel, and I love so much that you guys are enjoying my content, enjoying what I'm putting out there, enjoying the variety of my videos, and that they, inspire you to do things with your planner or to organize your life in whatever way that you do. But I feel like with the promotion part of it, and the Instagram and the Facebook and stuff, I feel like I'm shoving myself in your face, which is probably not how it's seen. I hope that's not how it's seen. Which I've always hated, like, even in the real world. I am a complete introvert. I'm not at all the kind of person that puts themselves in front of others voluntarily, which is kind of strange because I'm now very regularly enjoying putting videos up on the internet. But I don't know, it's just the promotion part just gets kind of bleh. I mean, comment below if you understand at all what I'm saying. But that just gets old. Like, I feel like it kind of, at times, it sort of ruins the experience of putting up a new video for me. Like, having to, again, quote unquote, promote it just kind of ruins it for me, because I don't know, I just don't like feeling like I'm shoving myself and my stuff and my, oh my god, I hate this word, brand, ugh, in your face. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to have a discussion about this. The next thing on my list I have to talk about is kitty updates. My wonderful little kitty boy, I love him so much. He is sleeping behind me. For those of you who don't know or are new to my channel, my husband and I adopted a 10-year-old little tuxedo cat. He is a boy, and we named him George Bailey. Comment below if you know that reference, that movie reference, and we are just going to be best friends forever. Favorite movie of all time, hands down. Comment below if you know. Yeah, we love him. He is just a light in our lives. He spends most of the day sleeping, and if he's not sleeping, he is wanting attention a little bit at a time, and then he goes back to sleep. So, but he has just a lot of anxiety. He was in a shelter for a long time. We don't know anything about where he was before the shelter. However, just from his behavior and his just very, very skittishness, we feel like there's probably a history of abuse. He's just very, very shy, very, very skittish, and not around me or my husband. He's very attached to us, but around anybody else. And he took a while to warm up to us and was just like very, very anxious. Our first vet appointment, I think I told that story in the Plan With Me, Plan With Me that included New Year's, because his vet visit was on New Year's Eve, his first vet visit. I had so much anxiety leading up to that visit. Rightfully so. It went. We did it. It was horrible. I just felt so helpless, and he just hated it. So much so, like, we couldn't get him into a carrier, so we called a mobile vet. There are veterinarians who will come to your house and do your vet visit essentially in like a mobile home trailer kind of thing parked outside your house. So I live in a condo building. The veterinarian parked his mobile vet office thing outside of our condo building, came upstairs, took my little baby boy, shoved him in a carrier, and took him outside to the little mobile veterinary office thing, did the visit, checked him out, gave him shots that he needed, and brought him back to me. The whole thing, just the process of getting him in the carrier was horrible for everybody. I mean, the vet was like super sweet about it. He said to me, he's lively, that one. Like, yeah, that's my baby. He knows what he likes and knows what he doesn't, and what he doesn't like is people he doesn't know invading his space and touching him. Basically exactly what a vet has to do if they're going to wrangle him into a carrier and take him somewhere and do an exam and so forth. So that was very difficult, but I do have to say that his anxiety is much lower now. He's eating regularly, which is wonderful. I feel like it took longer than normal for him to adjust to the point of eating regularly. That might have just been my own anxiety about him adjusting, but he's eating fine now, drinking fine, so I'm incredibly happy about that. He has been with us 3 months. He came to us right around Thanksgiving. So he's been with us a little over 2 months, and he's really settled in quite a bit, so I'm very pleased. Yeah, and I've really just been trying to be present with him. He doesn't want attention all the time. He will let you know kind of just by moving away, if he, doesn't want to be pet at a given time, but he was very vocal about when he does want attention, and when he does want the attention, I want to be present and give it to him just to keep building that trust, and keep building our little bond. School updates. For those of you who don't know, I do teach preschool. We are currently, and will be remaining for the foreseeable future, completely virtual, which is something that I never thought would be possible. It's hard enough. I mean, not hard enough, but it comes with its own set of challenges teaching preschool at all, let alone teaching preschool over a computer, which I never thought would be possible, let alone effective. However, we have done the whole first half of this year completely virtual, and it's been going pretty well. My kids are learning. They are, along with me, figuring out how to function in a digital classroom environment, and it's really going well. My number one goal for the second half of this school year is to just be completely present with them. It's hard enough to make connections over the computer because it's just hard to physically see kids on tiny little squares on your screen, that I'm trying to be present with them. When a kid wants to talk to me, I want to be present with them and do my best to sort of manage those connections in a way to support them. Let's see. What else? How do I stop sticker and stationery shopping? I was supposed to be on a no spend for the month of February, right? No. I bought my Pocket Cloud. I bought a couple of kits from the Ultimate Planner sale. Yeah, it's not going very well. If you all have ever, well, I mean, I've been on a no spend before, but this one in particular is just proving rather difficult. If you've ever done a no spend completely successfully, please leave your tips for me in the comments below. I really need it. I really need to stop buying stickers and stationery and planners and all the things. I don't want to, but I should just slow my roll. If you've had success with this sort of endeavor, please provide me your sage wisdom in the comments. And to that end, I kind of hate Instagram. because I just feel like I'm just seeing all these beautiful spreads all the time, which are totally inspiring, making me want to buy things, which is why I love Instagram, but I also hate Instagram. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, no, I think that's about it. That's honestly all of the things that I had on my lists to talk about. And it looks like I'm running out of computer battery and space to talk in. So I'm going to go ahead and start closing out this video and let you all, yeah, my battery thing is like totally angry at me. Okay. I really hope that you all enjoyed this sticker organization video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you like this content and other sorts of things from this channel. I'd love to have you back soon. Peace and love and happy planning, everyone. Bye-bye.